What initially led me to housing instability was I was 18 and I had to sign the lease to my mother's apartment, but because I didn't make enough money, I wasn't approved for the application, so I could no longer live with my mom.
I was in counseling when I was 17, and I was really worried and talking to my counselor about my living situations and worried about when my stepfather was going to come back.
I moved down here from Los Angeles to meet my family that I've never met before. And when I got here, all they did was drink. And when they drank, there was always fighting. And they got in a big fight one day, and my dad got arrested, and I got kicked out on the street and had nowhere to go.
When I was 17, I moved from Wisconsin to Minneapolis in hopes of a better future for myself and for my children.
3 years ago, my mother had passed away, unfortunately. My family didn't want anything to do with me, so they kind of just kicked me out and I had nowhere to go.
And then I freaked out for about 24 hours and called everybody I knew to see if there was a couch I could stay on, who I could live with for a week, and then I called one of my friends and she told me about LSS.
I was surprised about how many people don't care. I remember when I was in LA, I would see homeless people every day and I would walk by them, just not care, don't pay attention to them. But once I was in their shoes, I realized I want to help them out because I know how they feel now.
It happens faster than anybody can believe, and nobody really believes that they're homeless. In your mind, you're not homeless. You're staying at a friend's house like you would if you were in elementary school. It's, oh, I'm just staying here tonight, and then, oh, I'm going to go have fun over here, and then you realize you can't go back where you were.
A lot of friends turn their backs on you, and it's really hard to make new friends.
I guess not knowing where you're going to stay next, or not knowing where your next meal is going to come from, is a very uneasy feeling. It's a very uneasy situation. So thinking ahead and making plans for yourself is difficult.
Homeless and runaway youth aren't bad kids.
It's just because you're homeless doesn't mean you're scum and worthless and a nobody.
It's not really a joke. It's people don't see it, but it's definitely out there. You go in an alleyway in downtown and you'll see 5 different people.
When it comes to homelessness, homeless youth in general, there's no real stereotype, there's no specific mold that fits it.
What I really want people to know about somebody like me and a lot of homeless or runaway youth is that some of us really come from a dark place.
I want people to know that we are people. We have feelings. We hurt. We are very smart people. And it's just the certain circumstances that got us where we are. But
nobody tells you that if you're 18 and you decide that you're not ready for college, nobody's going to sign a lease without a co-signer, and if you don't have a co-signer, you don't have anything.
I had some help from LSS, and they were able to help me pay my first couple months' rent, and they assisted me in finding where the food shelf would be and other services that I hadn't known where they would be located. And soon after that, I was able to pay my own way because I was working a job, but it was very slow to save. So now I'm working 2 jobs, and I'm also going to college.
I've realized that I always thought that, by this age I will have this put together and I will have this and this and this, and it doesn't work that way. It's every day is a new struggle, but it's not always a bad struggle.